9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Have you ever felt that your desires seem to slip like sand through your fingers, while others seem to attract success? With almost magical ease, if we take into account the revolutionary research of Jacobo Grinberg on consciousness and the energy field, we understand that manifestation is not a mysterious art, but a coded system that we can learn to decipher. Imagine your mind as a vibrating quantum field where each thought is a frequency that molds reality. Grinberg called this phenomenon the neuronal field, a space where intention transcends the limits of the physical. And in that field, there are two words that function as true saboteurs of your manifestations. How and when? These two words are more than simple questions. They are mental chains that imprison us in a universe of limited possibilities. When you ask, how will I achieve it, or when will it happen, you are reducing the infinite potential of the universe to the narrow confines of your logical understanding. It is like trying to contain an ocean in a glass of water. It is simply impossible. Our conscious mind is just the tip of an immense iceberg. According to neuroscientific research, we process approximately 11 million bits of information per second at a subconscious level, while our conscious mind can only handle 40 bits. This means we are operating with a microscopic understanding of the true possibilities around us. The mental trap of how and when anchors us to the known, to what we believe possible, based solely on past experiences, but manifestation by nature tries to bring into our reality something that does not yet exist in our direct experience. It is an act of creation that goes beyond traditional logic. Take the example of manifesting a new car without having the apparent resources. The logical mind will immediately begin to calculate saving strategies, extra jobs, or financing plans. However, the universe has infinite ways to materialize your desire. You could win an unexpected contest, receive a job offer that includes a vehicle, or experience a synchronicity that you never imagined. The fascinating thing is that there is no substantial difference between manifesting something and creating a miracle. Both require abandoning the limitations of linear thinking and connecting with a higher intelligence that transcends our immediate understanding. If we try to establish how things will happen, we will practically be nullifying any possibility of them happening, since we will be eliminating the magical capabilities of the universe with our limited way of thinking, and with the when it is not different, we have been conditioned to see time as a linear river that flows inexorably. But in reality, it is a multidimensional ocean where past, present, and future coexist simultaneously. Manifestation is not a chronological process, but a state of consciousness that transcends the temporal limitations that we have mentally constructed. Since birth, we are immersed in a temporal narrative. We measure life in years, hours, minutes, as if we were prisoners of an invisible clock. However, in the quantum realm where our desires originate, time as we know it simply does not exist. It is a mental construct that limits our ability to create and experience when we ask ourselves, when will it manifest? We are sending an energetic signal to the universe of lack and separation. We are subtly declaring that our desire is not yet present, creating a vibrational gap that hinders its materialization. The universe, being a perfect mirror of our internal consciousness, simply reflects that state of waiting, and lack true manifestation occurs when we manage to expand our consciousness to inhabit the state of already having what we desire. It is not about denying the current reality, but about expanding our perception to include the desired reality, as if it were already a present fact. Instead of asking, when will I find love, we should feel deeply loved in. This subtle shift in perspective energetically aligns us with our desire, in the only moment where the eternal now truly exists in the field. Everything is happening simultaneously. Our job is not to wait, but to feel experiencing and vibrating at the frequency of what is already manifested. Inner conviction then becomes the beacon that guides our desires. The more intense our certainty, the brighter the light that cuts through the dimensions of reality. Emotions are the fuel for this beacon. When we genuinely align our feelings with our desires, we create an energetic field that attracts concordant experiences. Imagine your desire as a vibrant melody that already exists in the universe. Your job is not to force its appearance, but to tune into its frequency. Speak of your goals as if they were already your present reality. Instead of saying, "I hope to get that job," say, "I am deeply grateful for my new job." This subtle shift in language reprograms your subconscious, removing the temporal barriers that separate you from your manifestation. Every time you catch yourself thinking about how much you love yourself, remember, there is nothing to wait for because everything is happening right now. Right now, the postponement of your happiness is simply a silent confession that you do not feel worthy of your desires. In the now, freeing yourself from the mental traps of how and when is not a passive process, but an art of conscious transformation. It requires practice, discipline, and a determined will to expand the limits of your perception. Manifestation is a journey of reconnection with your inner power, an awakening to the infinite possibilities that dwell beyond limiting logic. Cultivating a deep trust in the process of life becomes your first fundamental tool. This does not mean becoming passive or giving up action, but acting from a place of alignment and flow instead of struggle and control. Conscious surrender becomes your daily practice every time you feel the temptation to wonder how it will happen. Stop, take a deep breath, and remember that there is a higher intelligence working in your favor. Develop expansive thinking as a muscle of your consciousness instead of sinking into the details of how expand your vision of the possible. Ask yourself, what if this were easy? What possibilities are there that I can't see? Yet this exercise opens mental doors to alternative realities, freeing you from the locks of traditional perception. Sensory visualization becomes your most powerful method of manifestation. It is not just about visually imagining your wish fulfilled, but to experience it fully. Feel the emotions, the physical sensations, the sounds and aromas associated with your desired reality. You need to adopt a mindset where now is eternal and your desires are already reality. Every time you catch yourself waiting, repeat to yourself, there is nothing to wait for. Everything is happening. At this very moment, the universe works like a giant mirror, faithfully reflecting your inner state. If internally you are in a state of waiting, it will return more waiting situations to you. But if the frequency of abundance, the manifestation, the plenitude, the universe will have no choice but to respond to you with synchronicity and magic. I invite you to live from today as if your desires had already materialized. Feel the emotion, the gratitude, the plenitude of having achieved your goals. Eliminate the how and the when from your vocabulary. When you refer to your dream reality, and allow your divine part, free of temporary illusions, to express itself completely as always. I say goodbye. With a big hug on behalf of the entire team, and I wish you the best that your mind can imagine. Thank you very much for joining us one more day. See you soon. Stay awake.